One of these times, I'll look up how to say a band before I actually go on my walk. Palais Royale. I definitely enunciate it as Pale Royale for some dumb reason. Apologies. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Poe, and today we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to be walking reviewing Pale Royale's The Bastards, but I'm going to be kind of doing it a little bit differently. I'm not walking outside because the temperature right now is -1 degrees, with the wind chill making it almost -30. So, what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to my local mall. It's called the Westland Mall. It's a mall in a smaller town, so you can probably guess how well it's doing. But I'm going to just walk laps through it. If for some reason I kind of get stopped for like, hey, are you loitering? And I'll be like, maybe a little bit. Then I'll just go and walk somewhere else until I get at least my hour, if not more. But yeah, I figure I probably won't be able to record too much in there, so I figured I'd just record right this intro in the comfort of my nice warm car. Pale Royale, I just randomly found them, I think, on a Spotify playlist when I was just looking for music. The first song I heard from them was called Lonely, and that's on this album here. And then I also heard Tonight is the Night I Die. But my favorite song, it's not on this album, it's on the next one called No Love in LA. It's still a little bit of a depressing song, but if you can kind of guess just based on the names of the songs, they aren't exactly a very happy, upbeat band. But if you listen to like No Love in LA, it's a lot more fun than the other stuff. But I'm curious to see if it's just their singles that are sad, depressing sounding, if it's their entire album, or if it's just who they are. So yeah, probably won't be recording any mid walk or post walk stuff inside the mall itself, just because I don't want to take the chance on getting in trouble. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I will see you guys back at my house after the walk. So, Palais Royale, and yes, I know I enunciated the entire time wrong during that intro. I really, really need to start looking up how to say a band before I go on my walks and stuff. But anyway, Palais Royale, The Bastards, pretty all right album. It's nothing too crazy, and it is, like I was wondering, mostly a depressing album. I mean, if you look at the names of the songs, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise. You've got Little Bastards, Massacre, Anxiety, Lonely, Fucking with My Head, Nervous Breakdown, Masochist, Doom. But you know what? It's one of those albums where even though everything's depressing a bit, there is a little bit more fun and upbeat stuff going on around the background. For example, Hang On to Yourself has a little jazz intro to it, and it was very, going in from that's into that song from Lonely, where they're just singing about how they don't have anything going on and stuff like that, was a surprise. I was very interested to see that these are 3 brothers that are in a band together. What was surprising to me, I didn't think that at first because all 3 of them have different last names. So I was like, "Oh, well, it's just 3 people who went to school together." No, they're brothers. Now, I ain't gonna ask questions about their family heritage or anything like that. Maybe they decided since they were going to be becoming a band together, they were just gonna have different last names. I ain't gonna judge somebody's family life. Not with people I don't know. Maybe I would with people I'm just kidding. That was a dumb joke. My bad. Anyway, for songs I enjoy, I like Anxiety, Tonight is the Night I Die, Lonely, Hang On to Yourself, Nervous Breakdown, Black Sheep, and Redeemer. I was going to complain about the last song on the album, Lord of Lies, but after kind of looking a little bit into it, that song isn't on every version of the album, and it's more of a just deluxe edition, like Oh, well, we'll just show you what it's like when we screw around. So it's not even a real outro song. It's just more of a random breakdown session for a second. So I'm not holding that against them. The last song on the album, in all intents and purposes, is Redeemer. And that's a lot better of an outro than when I thought it was Lord of Lies. That's for sure. Yeah, that's really all I've got to add. Like I said, band is a little bit depressing. If you're not in the best headspace, maybe don't listen to these guys unless you just need to hear music that relates to how you're feeling. But yeah, I will be very interested to see how the YouTube algorithm will act with this, considering, you know, there's a couple swears I've said in uh this release. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna do my best to never swear on this, but it's not that I don't swear, but YouTube, they don't like those things. I get, but when you have the name of the album, the name of songs on the album, literally having the swears, I'm going to say them, unfortunately. It's just how it is. It'll be funny if I can even name this off of the album. Like I've been doing my names like Pose, Walkin Reviews, The Bastards, Palaye Royale. We'll see if I can even name that. I might need to try to get a little creative, but we'll deal with that when I'm uploading the video. If it's not named that, you know what happened. Anyway, since I'm already done talking about that, let me just go ahead and get a little more into some behind the scenes stuff. Now with me kind of just being a day ahead, because I took a day off to be able to watch the Bears and hopefully get to see them win, but unfortunately they didn't against the Los Angeles Rams, not the St. Louis Rams. That will upset people. But since they lost to them, I also still went on a walk that day, even though it wasn't a scheduled day off. So I am now always 24 hours ahead of when I'm going to record and release the video. So with that in mind, starting next month, I'm going to start trying to test a little more on what I can and can't get away with putting music in the videos. So might be that I'm playing like a live version of it that somebody had uploaded, like just having that play in the background. I don't know yet. And obviously it's all dependent on the artist and how strict their agency is. If it's going to be trying to give me a copyright strike, I'm not going to have it in there. I will try to do what I can, but we'll see. That's going to be starting in February, I think, when I'm doing my end of month review that I'm planning on doing. I might have music playing in the background of that too. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. But the goal is I am going to start adding some music to the videos starting in February. What else was I gonna say? Um, yeah, right now, for releases, we have three more releases for this month, for walks that I'm going on. Now, one of my goals for this first month of walking is getting 50 miles. Right now, if I look at it, give me a second. I should have had this already brought up, but I wasn't planning on mentioning it. Uh, right now, if I look at how much I've walked, I am at 37.4 miles walk. And it's not like counting my steps going through everyday stuff. This is intentionally going out just to walk. So I'm at 37.4 miles, and I have 3 episodes left that are going to upload in the month. Uh, what I'm probably going to do though is I'm going to count. I'm not going to try to get the 12.6 miles on the episodes that come released during the month. It's going to be based on the walks I go during the month. And I will have that be brought up on the recap video that I'll do on the 31st along with the walkthrough video. On January 31st, I'm going to have two uploads. Or maybe I'll move it up so that way that releases on the February 1st, and my walk's the only thing uploading on the 31st. I haven't figured that part out yet, but we'll figure it up. I'll figure it out. I got time. I got time. I got a week. The recap video, it's going to just be me talking about ranking the albums that I've listened to for the month. Like how do I feel about what do I think was the best album? What do I think was the worst? Any of my what I was calling post picks, but I do have a new name for it, and we're going to see that coming up very soon. Um, those will not be put on there unless it's been such a long time since I've heard the album. It's almost like a new listening experience. This week, this month, it's not going to be on the list. I'll just tell you right now, I'm listening to something that I grew up with, that I have heard for years. And no, it is not Linkin Park. It's too easy. I'll listen to Linkin Park at some points, but I think anybody who knows me knows how I feel about them. So I don't want to start doing them until I really maybe get more popular and I start hearing more people outside of my friends and colleagues uh watching these. Once I do that, then sure, I'll start telling them about the backstory of how about that band and stuff. But yeah, I think uh, uh I'll know which album I'm going to do the day of, and then that's when you'll post it. I'll tell you the episode before. Hopefully, I'll tell you the episode before. Hey, this isn't going to be the a wheel episode. This is going to be a special episode coming up next. So, but that's not the one I'm doing this time. To be exact, I'm going to be releasing the video that's going to be my memory lane on January 29th. Anybody who knows me knows what that is. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for my, I'm calling it Pose Memory Lane. Yeah. Yeah. A walk through memory lane. That might work better. You can see I'm still troubleshooting it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. Sorry that I don't know how to enunciate band names. Um, I'll start adding music next month to the videos. And yeah, let me throw it over to the wheel. Make sure to like, comment what you thought of it, some videos, some albums you maybe want me to listen to, your own opinions on the band. Whatever you want to feel like commenting, feel free to comment. Seriously. It's nice to see the comments and stuff like that from the people I've been seeing it from. And it does help me out, really. This channel had 3 subscribers at the beginning of the month, and I'm at 22 now. Like, it's growing. It grew that fast for me just from me sharing it on my own personal Facebook. So it's nice to be able to see that's growing a little bit. Still not the biggest one on my friend group. And so anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. I liked the album. It was all right. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. It was just kind of middle ground. And it did impress me some, like I said. But I would try not listening to this if you're in a very depressed head state, personally. Maybe you might because you would relate to it, but it is a bit of a depressing album, to be honest. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to give me your opinions on the album. Maybe give me some new albums to listen to put on the next wheel. We are halfway through the wheel that I have right now. So we are getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. That's all I got for you. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off to the wheel, and I will see you guys next time.